My name is Jenna. I'm a senior at West Springfield High School, and in the fall, I will be attending Mississippi State University to study international business and Japanese. We had just gotten the news. It was the COVID year. I just finished 8th grade. We had gotten the news that we were moving back overseas to Japan. I had zero to no problem with it. I was actually okay with it. I was in BCC throughout middle school, but I was kind of just there for the fun of it. But moving overseas, I didn't have that same kind of stability and the same kind of stable church. The first 2 years of my high school experience, I really did not see him, and I actually quite ignored him for a while. I had other things that I thought were more of a priority than him. I kind of shoved him aside. We didn't have much of a life group on base. It was about 5 kids, and it was a very mundane situation. So I stopped going after a while because I didn't see a point to it. Towards the end of my sophomore year, it started kind of crumbling apart when my parents started talking about moving back to Virginia. Those pillars that I thought were just so important in my life started to crack and crumble, and this image that I had strived so hard to create my first years of high school was falling apart before my eyes, and it felt like there was nothing I could do. My mom eventually pushed me towards the mix, but I was kind of reluctant to go because I was like, well, I don't really feel like socializing. I don't feel like really dealing with people. The first time I showed up though, I actually had a friend that I met my freshman year overseas that happened to be here at BCC. And he was so excited to see me. And I was still kind of weirded out at first. My mom was like, you gotta keep going. She's like, you can't just give it one shot and just cut it off there. I saw him kind of more working my junior and senior year, which I thought were 2 of the more critical years of my life, because I realized I kind of had to get my act together. And moving back from Japan to here, I realized very quickly that I was not in the same place and that I needed help desperately. And it wasn't the kind of help that I could sit with my parents and talk about or sit with my friends and talk about. It was another kind of help. And I think it was at that point that I realized that I had to turn back to him because there was literally nowhere else to go. I had shut out literally every single option I had, and he was still knocking on my heart saying, come to me, I am here for you, I am right here, you just need to come to me first. The closer I got with the girls in my life group and the closer I got with the people that were surrounding me, the more I felt like I actually had a place somewhere. I felt like I was belonging with a group of people. And through my life group, I met some girls who were so passionate about the Lord, and I wanted to feel that kind of passion, that kind of growth in my life. So it encouraged me with them outside to go and read the Bible and study and pick up these chapters and start my own Bible studies, because I again had nothing to do during school. I didn't make any of the sports teams that I tried out for, and for good reason. I think he said, you don't need that right now. So I just kind of started getting into that, and I started building my life around the Word because it was all I had, and it completely changed my life around. I saw such an improvement in my own mental state and my heart, and I felt like I was overall such a better person than I was walking around my freshman, sophomore year with this ego on me. I felt so humbled and so just blessed with the things that were happening in my life. He was giving me so many blessings while teaching me and guiding me throughout my life, and I couldn't have asked for a better turnaround than what I had. And I think back to it sometimes that I think it was almost good. I was very annoyed and upset that I was pulled away from high school and separating my high school career into 2 parts, but I think it was for honestly the best reason I could have possibly asked. Bringing me back was not by chance, it was not by accident. He had a plan in mind, and he executed it, and I did my best to listen.